Referee Butt's in charge of the sound of the bell. Introducing first.
Wait a minute! It's the Inner City King!
He is from Manhattan, New York. Weighing 230 pounds. The Inner City King, Jorge Santi.
Here he is! This man is incredible!
And his opponent.
I spoke this entire night about people being chiseled of stone and looking like a Greek god, looking like Adonis. This is Adonis right here.
This man has an incredible presence. Just the way he walks, the look of determination on his face. They say that looking the part is half the battle, and this man definitely looks the part. I know I've said it before, but I say it again. But he has a challenge standing before him in Jorge Santi.
See, when you talk about pro wrestling in the tri-state area, the first thing that comes up is Jorge Santi, the Inner City King himself. He represents the entire tri-state area, the entire independent wrestling scene out here. He is what he stood as the measuring stick.
I would have to agree with you there.
Are you ready?
And we are now underway. I am excited for this match. I am ready to see what transpires. Here we go. Do you see the smile on the face of Jorge Santi? Here we go. Jockeying for position early, moving quickly. Jorge Santi, ever the veteran. But Adonis showing that he can hang with the best, and Jorge Santi is definitely one of the best. Beautiful display of technical prowess from both men. Look at this. Beautiful way to start the match. Jorge Santi, not a fan of the antics of Richard Adonis here tonight. But listen, both of y'all are capable. Nice scoop slam by Adonis, but he's spending too much time posing, and Santi reminding him, you're in here with the GOAT. You're in here with the Inner City King. Beautiful corkscrew drop down. How does a man move in that type of way in this ring?
It's hard work, dedication, a lot of training. Santi's been in this game for many, many years. Guys like Richard Adonis, they don't know. They don't know the experience. They don't have the experience that Jorge Santi has.
Well, if Richard Adonis is smart, he'll be taking notes, all the while he is attempting to get the win. Beautiful corkscrew back elbow from Richard Adonis. Beautiful reverse leapfrog into a pull down by Jorge Santi, followed by the knee to the face. Jorge Santi showing everyone why he does this for a living. This man eats, sleeps, and drinks wrestling. Jorge Santi showing you can't just get me with a shot like that. Richard Adonis
Almost down to the back of the neck of Jorge Santi, and Richard Adonis is getting the upper hand right now. These are
took the
tactics
words
that you can't be
right
doing.
out of my mouth.
You can't let him get disadvantage on you.
Now the thing is, Richard Adonis has to smell blood in the water. He has to press on his attack. He cannot give Jorge Santi not even an inch to breathe, not even a single breath, because that would be a very costly mistake from Richard Adonis. Here we go. It's almost as if he heard me. Continues on with his attack on Jorge Santi, but you can't pause, man. And if you want to take Jorge Santi out, if you want to cover him, you have to put your entire weight on his body. You can't leave any amount of space.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Jorge Santi has fight. I don't know if you've noticed, but in this match, every time Jorge has gotten bit, he is kicked out at one. You know why? Because that is fight. That is ambition. That is adrenaline right there. That means he wants it.
He definitely wants it. He's always wanted it. The man has grit. Taking that hard buckle from Adonis.
Look at the trash talk going on right here. Adonis is playing with his food, and it's not something you could be doing with a guy like Jorge Santi.
Definitely not against Jorge Santi. You done trash talk the wrong person. If you want to talk to Jorge Santi, you got to talk with your hands. You have to put it on him. You have to keep going move after move after move, because if not, Santi will get you just like he did here. Beautiful elbow from Jorge Santi.
Nice evasion. Ooh, a sick enziguri. Sick roundhouse kick to the back of the head of Jorge Santi.
That was
By
definitely
Richard
a picture perfect.
Falcon arrow.
Jorge Santi finally to a 2 count, but that is not yet enough. He's the inner city king for a reason. You've got your work cut out for you tonight, Adonis. You can do it, but you have to commit. He's giving Santi too much time to breathe, too much time to recover. Driving the knee to the back of Jorge Santi seems to be working on his arm now. And that's smart. That's smart. You got to pick a body part. You got to work on it. You got to try everything you can to take your opponent some way, somehow, out of the fight. Oh my God, he had his fingers in a precarious position.
Oh my God! The arm should not be broken.
The arm should not move in that direction at any given moment.
Now he's kicking him, he's toying with him.
Adonis going back to the trash talk to Jorge Santi. Definitely doing that. Santi delivering a right hand and another one. Blocks more right hands, and now he is teeing off on Richard Adonis. There is too much fight in Jorge Santi. That is why you can't sit there and trash talk. Not against Santi, not against the inner city king. He is feeling it now. The crowd getting behind Santi. Adonis smartly docking the kick. Still evading, showing some wrestling prowess here tonight. Both men showing they've done their homework on each other. But Santi with a standing neck breaker.
Neck breaker right there.
And a kick out from Richard Adonis. Adonis with the rollover. Santi kicking out. Adonis is pressing on his offense. Finally, but Jorge Santi rolls him up. Schoolboy. Kick out, but notice how Santi stayed on him despite the kick out. That is veteran wrestling. You stay on your opponent, kick out or not, you keep up the offense, and Santi showed just that. Oh my God!
That rainbow cutter by Richard Adonis.
Santi still has some fight left. He came so close to putting Santi away, but he is still here. Adonis needs to figure out what else to do to this man.
But can you recognize the ring presence to come out of nowhere with that rainbow cutter?
Listen, Adonis might not be as seasoned as Santi is, but he is showing that he has what it takes to get in there with the GOAT, and Santi is definitely the GOAT. Nice kick had Santi in a very precarious position, looking for a power bomb. Santi with a head scissors.
Reverses with a Hurricane Rana.
Hooks the arms. Beautiful tiger bomb. Followed by a kick to the back of the head. Could this be it? Is the Inner City King with a winner? No!
Near fall. Holy crap.
We can see signs of frustration in both men. They have yet to bring this to a close. These men have given their all in this match. They have hit each other with everything but the kitchen sink, and the match is still going on. So many near falls in this match. Both men are frustrated. Both men want to go home the winner. Both men trying to figure out what to do to the other. Oh my God, did you see the way the back of his head hit that turnbuckle?
The back of his head.
Oh my God, with a lariat!
Sick clothesline over there.
Here's the cover, hooks him.
He's really trying to take his head off tonight.
He definitely is, and that was another missed fall. He was even smart enough to hook the leg. He wanted this match to be over, but Santi is still here. You gotta go into the book. You have to find something else in the arsenal. You have to dig into your reserves if you want to take Santi out at this point. Santi ducks, German suplex! Hooks him.
Fisherman driver. Spin out fisherman driver by
And
Jorge
we now
Santi.
have a winner.
Folks, that was a work of art.
The Inner City King.
That was definitely a masterpiece.
Santi.
Not only was it sick offense by both Richard Adonis and Jorge Santi, but oh my God, that was a work of art. These two guys put up a clinic out here for these people out here in Richfield Park. Guys, give it up for Jorge Santi. He had to deal with one hell of a fight, one hell of an offense for Richard Adonis. And hell, you're victorious tonight, guys.
A great match from both men.